My goodness, folks. This is looking bad for the Republican Party. This is not good for 2018. I thought Roy Moore was the last hope of sunshine for the Republican Party. Oh, look at this today. Doug Jones is leading in Alabama by 12 points. The headline right here. This is not good. Let's read. Republican Roy Moore is trailing Democrat Doug Jones, who is another lawyer, because both of them are lawyers, trying to fulfill the seat of Jeff Sessions, who became the Attorney General back in January. So, Doug Jones is leading by 12 points in the special Senate election, which is going to be held next month. The Republican Senatorial Committee put this poll out, and 5 women have accused Roy Moore of sexual assault in the past week and a half. The number for Doug Jones is 51% to 39%. Poll was taken on Monday and Sunday as well. And of course, the National Republican Senatorial Committee had to withdraw its support for Roy Moore after the Washington Post, who is another fake news site, which I'm sorry, they're the fake news. They published the first allegations against Mr. Moore last week. This is not good. This is all I'm going to say. That when you look at the numbers here, back in October, before the allegations were made, that a committee showed him leading by 16 points. And then the gap was getting closer with Doug Jones by 9%. This is the gap right here, which was done earlier this month, I'd say about a week or two ago. And then you look at the favorability numbers. This is not good. And it's bad enough that now we're putting in Jeff Sessions, if I'm correct, Jeff Sessions as a write-in candidate. Folks, Jeff Sessions is not leaving his position as Attorney General just to take back his normally Republican seat, which is controlled by Republicans in Alabama. I'm freaking out now. Because, again, I have said this in the past. I am not a big Donald Trump supporter, as I was last year. And the only reason why I want Trump to stay president is because we can keep battling the fake news. That's the only reason why I want Donnie Trump to be my president. And I have criticized Jeff Sessions. But this is a possibility that the Democrats right here are trying to give themselves momentum in next year's midterm elections. And they're so desperate to give Nancy Pelosi the gavel back as House Speaker. And then Hannity. Yes, I normally like Sean Hannity. This guy's a hypocrite. I'm sorry for calling Sean Hannity a hypocrite. Fox News host Sean Hannity walked back on his comments Tuesday night, insisting that the 5 women accusing Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore of sexual assault might be lying. And then Hannity was quoted saying, "For me, the judge has 24 hours. You must immediately and fully come up with a satisfactory explanation for your inconsistencies that I just showed." And then you have the Republican candidates who have aligned themselves. You have Paul Ryan, which I can understand because he's so desperate to still stay as Speaker of the House next year. And then John McCain, who should retire, I'm sorry. And then let a new Republican take over Arizona. And of course, you have the Republican National Committee as well, and the Republican Senatorial Committee, who put out this poll right here. basically dropped their endorsement of Roy Moore. And then, of course, you have the quote from the interview that was taken last week on Sean Hannity's radio show. And I'm glad Michael Savage did not put Roy Moore on his show, because that would have been career suicide by Michael Savage. I really hope this is fake news. I'm sorry if the woman... Maybe these women are propaganda from the liberal communists in Hollywood, and then maybe a director... I'm not going to name which director it is, because then I'll get bashed for it, but it's a possibility that this sounds like a movie script that was turned into a movie by the news cycle. And let me give you an example here. See this man right here? Put him in full screen to pull you a point. See this man right here. This man right here, our president of the United States, was accused of sexual assault last year. Do you mean to tell me that the media is so fascinated by making up the stories that 10 women came out and said, "Oh, Donald Trump sexually assaulted me"? You know, this is just bad for the Republicans. It's bad enough they're having a tumultuous year with the Democrats trying to be obstructionist, and now all of a sudden the Democrats are just so desperate to distract us from the Russian collusion scandal, which should be over with already, that they came up with a poor guy from Alabama who might get off the hook for this. I'm hoping he does. I'm sorry for saying this. It's for political motivation. The Democrats are clearly trying to make Trump lose in 2020. Is it a possibility? Maybe. All I'm going to say is that this is not looking good. Because I'll give you an example right here. Let's look at this article about Joe Biden. It just popped up on my feed. And if it loads, I'll show it. But this is momentum for Joe Biden now? A Republican who's accused of sexual assault is now going to be the reason why the Republicans lose their strength? Is this going to be the reason why the Republican Party may never even win a presidential election again? Because it seems like all of the media and all of Hollywood, pretty much all of it, when you look at examples, I'm going to give examples. You look at Emma Stone, you look at Kira Kosserin, you look at Robert De Niro, the good fella, which he's a bad fella, I'm sorry, at this point. You look at Meryl Streep, look at Madonna, you look at Cher. This is their propaganda. This is it right here. They want Joe Biden to be president. They want to threaten more fake news cycles. Wish this article will load just to show you guys how the liberal machine is coming. It's coming, folks. It's coming. So here's the article. Poll. Joe Biden leads Trump. Oh. Biden leads Trump in prospective 2020 matchup. That's where I'll end the video today, just to read this article. Former Vice President Joe Biden would lead President Trump in a 2020 general election. Only 35% of voters would choose to re-elect Trump in 2020. I would only do it to, again, fight the fake news cycle. Fewer than 46% would vote for Joe Biden, which I wouldn't, because you know what that means, 4 more years of Obama. 1 in 5 voters are undecided. The former vice president was quoted as saying that he is not closing the door on a third attempt at the presidency. considering that he ran in the 1980s and he ran in 2008. Former Vice President Joe Biden has the upper hand in a hypothetical matchup against President Trump. But he underperforms compared with a generic Democrat, said Kyle Dwarp. Notably, 86% of Democrats say they would vote for a generic Democrat over Trump, which the generic Democrat could be the governor of Louisiana, John Bel Edwards, and then Kamala Harris. 41% would vote for Biden and 26% for Trump. Maybe this is another propaganda to maybe put Elizabeth Warren as their nominee in 2020. I'd hope so. Here's some polling. 45% to 36% for the Rust Belt. I mean, you can read these numbers for yourself as I'm going along, but this is becoming a bad trend, everyone. I wish it didn't have to be this way, but I'm just going to say this now. The liberal machine is coming. It starts with this story right here. And then it leads into Crazy Joe thinking of running again. And I'm afraid it's coming sooner than we thought. I thought it would come in 2024 to give Trump 4 more years. It's bad enough that the Democrats in the House are trying to impeach Trump, which would be a nightmare, which would definitely give the Democrats a win in 2020. But now, you have this. So again, distracting news cycles are that's what makes liberals happy. And if they're not happy with shifting to a new news cycle, then folks, I don't know what to say anymore. All I can say to end the video is this, is that if they're going to keep putting this cycle out until the election comes, then we're screwed to have a Democrat take over a safe Republican seat in the Senate.